song here, Conqueror, featuring Eleazar Noir. Right now, where we get people notified to come on in here real quick.
We only feel our own money, so we rock with some. Even no matter how many guns you gather, cause you knew a different happen before you done what you done. I know you heard about the last days. You see the heat of the sun. You need to poly 1,000 armies to hardy, cause when there's members upon me, better run, better run. We work on like heavy metal, still against the rise of the devil. I think you better run. Lots of soldiers like supernovas, you don't wanna feel the wrath of Jehovah. I think you better run. Coming with a devilish sword and a fire that'll burn to the core. I think you better run. This is deeper than
Shalom, Lisa. Shalom, TA. Great seeing all of you here. Thank you to all the moderators. Thank you, thank you.
Yes, sir, all is well. I'm up on my leg. 10,000 on my right leg, in your left. 1,000 on my left, and in my leg. But man, wanna come close to it. They skilled in the warrior drills. We all kneel and just see these get it tumble it down like dumb kids. Never get in the field with God's will till we
Yes, it is a madhouse up in LA today.
Motors like Land Rovers and Ryan Shield. Ice grill like blue steel. Children of the sun, when you papers and lose real. Yes, Lord of my garments. Then I brought me the sword. Cause since the day I was born, I've been ready for war. 30-0 my target. Then I call him my guard. He's some of the squad. With a staff and a rod. We rock armor like heavy metal.
Welcome, Earth Angel.
Supernovas, you don't wanna feel the wrath of Jehovah. I think you better run. Coming with a devilish sword and a fire that'll burn to the core. I think you better run. This is deeper than flesh and blood. Mama had to get it out the mud. I think you better run. Ease life from pure malice. Only see the fear in your eyes, they off balance. Don't see the be on the rise, it's no challenge. Only be materialized, black magic. Murderous, ease life from pure malice. Only see the fear in your eyes, they off balance. Don't see the be on the rise, it's no challenge. Running around tables with all soldiers and heavy armor that's bi-label. They had no wings, no intermission, no any mission. Oil on the vision, this is the mission, this in the vision. We're lion-hearted, with thoughts of target, the lion-hearted. That pushes garbage and bring the harvest. Starving artists, and now-bodied, miseducated and broken-hearted. And all my brothers behind bars, still regarded. You see the good things coming faster than those who waited. We're militated, better get up and be motivated. See, there's a lot of brother that just didn't make it. And better clear them all women with a precious thing. It's just a bless, yeah, it's on the flex. They know we got next in the press, better call the press, so they gotta take on the set, yeah, it's on the set, yeah, they cutting next, cause the chick better grade next, or you getting back to the stretch. We rock armor like heavy metal, steady against the rise of the devil, I think you better run. Lots of soldiers like supernovas, you don't wanna feel the wrath of Jehovah, I think you better run. Coming with a devilish sword and a fire that'll burn to the core, I think you better run. This is deeper than flesh and blood, mama had to get it out the mud, I think you better run. Pure malice, only see the fear in your eyes, they off balance. Don't see the be on the rise, no challenge. Only be materialized, black magic. Murderous, ease life, pure malice. Only see the fear in your eyes, they off balance. Don't see the be on the rise, no challenge. Only be materialized, black magic.
It is a straight madhouse up in LA right now. There's coverage all over the TV here in Cali, and I have this video I'm gonna play that popped up on my feed. Of course, this young Hispanic lady, little Latina, and she's just crying and complaining and talking about how they're targeting them because of the color of their skin. And she pretty much damns herself and her people with what she says, because she was talking about people not having empathy for what their people are suffering, and that there is a special place in hell for people that don't empathize, and they're tearing families apart. And I'm like, you know, you need to be very careful with your words. You other nations, you need to be very careful with what you say, because what you're saying is damning you. A lot of you guys think that history and persecution just started 100 days ago. They act as if somehow persecution of a people just began 100 days ago, when they've been actively participating in the persecution of my people for hundreds of years. And one thing was that I was looking in the comments of her video, and we were talking about how black people are just not participating and not helping you anymore. And they're like, you guys need to stand with us. We helped you when the slaves ran to Mexico in the 1800s. And I'm like, that's funny, because when we talk about history of your nation and the things you've done, or the history of things that happened to us, you say, oh, that was so long ago. That was so long ago. That's what you guys have been telling us. We don't deserve anything. So you shouldn't be deserving any credit if they said the numbers were 3,000 to 5,000 so-called slaves fled into Mexico. First of all, Mexico is our land, not yours. We were the original people in Mexico. And what were the laws in Mexico during this time? They were the same laws that the ill treatment of black people started in Mexico. The ill treatment of so-called Negroes happened in Mexico. So just because they went there for to get, to go with their own people. Do you think all of a sudden they were treated fairly and they got free benefit programs like you guys got? And again, 3,000 to 5,000 supposedly people went there. How many millions have came here? There's no, you can't sit here and equate that. It doesn't work. That does not work whatsoever. And who's to say they didn't go down there and get treated? If they went down there, they got treated like crap too. Because the Most High made it a point that no matter where we went, we could not escape these curses. And that's exactly it. I'm sure there were black indigenous Mexicans who went back home, who escaped, because these people were taking our people, catching them in different areas, and sending them to another area in America. They would get them down in South America and put them in Central America. Central America, send them to North America. They were sending them all over the place. Send some of them over, to Europe, over onto the islands. They were sending them all over the place. So you can't sit here and say you were letting the slaves come over, because they could have just been people going home, going back to where they came from, escaped and going back home. They weren't just going to Canada, they were also going into Mexico. And again, you guys came here and got treated better than our people. So when the girl's saying things like she's being treated horribly, or the Latinos right now treated horribly because of the color of their skin, no, that is not why you're being treated horribly. You're being treated horribly because you made a covenant with Esau. You made a covenant with the colonizers. Your covenant was temporary. When that covenant was over with, then you will have to be returned back to other lands. You will be getting kicked out of here. You will be suffering the curses that you could have went through before with us. You're going to get the curses now. Everyone is going through the curses. No one is going to get out of the curses. We had to go through the curses multiple times. You chose to go ahead and let that build up. And now you have to suffer the curses with the group that just had them build up for thousands of years, as opposed to getting built up a little bit for chastising so that you can be brought back at the end. So see, this is not a black or white thing. This isn't Jacob and Esau thing, but you decided to hitch your wagon to Esau and not the Israelites. And again, this is not see, I don't deal with absolutes, because there were some people in all groups that were going to, cleave on to the Israelites. They'll be okay. They'll be okay. The Most High made sure that those people have been cleaving to the Israelites until now. But you other ones who have been racist to our people and still regurgitating Edomite talking points, there's nothing we can do to help you. And look, when I say Edomites, that's not just white people. That's black people. There are black Edomites. There are brown Edomites. There are yellow Edomites. There are red Edomites. It's that spirit that is in you. That whole group can be considered Esau because you guys follow, he's your leader. And that is exactly, they try to get it all a black and white thing, because that's what they always try to do with these absolutes. That's how they've been trying to get these blasphemers to be for us to consider them our brothers when they are not. Okay? And something I want to talk about, like this awakening, our nation is a very mighty nation. And we're not all going to be at the same levels. The Most High is going to have certain people doing certain jobs. Some of us doing other jobs. Some of us getting more knowledge, getting us more understand more of scientific things, more of the angelic things, more of the spiritual things. We all have our place in this nation and our jobs to do. Just like in the heavens have multiple levels. Many of us have come from different levels from the heavens. So therefore, and that is reflected here. So sometimes we'll get to a certain level and that's where we'll be at for a little bit. Sometimes we'll be there forever. Sometimes we'll keep on ascending. That is all part of being part of this Israelite family. And you can call it a light family. You can call it a heavenly family. I get it. We got different names, star seeds, things like that. Just understand that we all have our place to play. Celestials. We got all those different things that we can be talking about. Okay? So sometimes people will be here and also Most High will take them somewhere else to learn something else. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. Right now, my job, one of my jobs, like I said, what I teach here is not all that I teach. I have my own personal, journey that I have to also work on and grow and learn, just like everyone else here does. This is a great opportunity for us to come, right, and spend time together, even if we're on different journeys. Because you're not getting this perspective from Psalms 83. All you're getting them is crying and complaining now, and then talking about how they're being persecuted for the color of their skin. I'm like, that's funny, because that's exactly what you guys did. Like, look, I've grown up around you guys. I've seen it. I've seen the racism. Not saying all, but many of you have been very racist towards our people. And now you want to cry about a group of people that are, you say, are targeting you for the color of your skin. No, they're targeting you because the Most High has now targeted you. Just like the Most High targeted us, I'm not saying anything I don't know, because we watched it happen to us and no one cared. You guys all joined with the group that was targeting us and you didn't care about us whatsoever. This is the Most High. So you're not going to be able to run away, because the Most High is going to get everyone that needs to be got. That is nothing. That is not up to me. No one's getting out of this if you've already been selected to go through this targeting. But I just crack up with, like, you guys are still like worried about what we say or whatever else. You should be worried about what the white man's doing to you. He is your God. The white man that you are now complaining about has been your God for hundreds of years. They do things and you say nothing. You go to church with white Jesus up there, and you guys all know that Jesus is not white. You all cater to people who have white skin. You've been doing that this whole time. You've watched them do horrible things to us and then justify it for them. Priests can do whatever they want and you say nothing. But now that Most High, you has turned that same white God that you've been following against you. That's why you guys voted. Many of you guys voted for Donald Trump because he was pushing Make America Great Again. And you guys were like, oh, great. That means money for us. That means, higher standing for us because whiteness has been your God. Has it not? When you guys have hated black people this whole time. And now you're crying the exact same things that we went through and that you didn't care about. Now you're crying because your people are now being subject to that. And that's you guys have no defense whatsoever because you are guilty of everything that you are now crying for. You are guilty of everything you are crying about now. You are guilty of. Chasing down or being racist against people for the color of their skin. Yep, check. Ripping families apart. Check. Watching it happen and having no empathy. Check. You watched all these horrible things happen to us and you had no empathy. Check, check. Getting benefits that your people did not deserve. Check. Calling us lazy when you came over here and took benefits that you did not deserve. Check. Saying we didn't want to work hard when we built everything here. Check. Lying and saying that the immigrants built this nation. Wrong. You knew that so-called Negroes built this nation. So the Most High has listened to you and he's let you put your words out here in the ether. You other nations have put your words out here in the ether. You might come to my face and be nice to me in my face, but he knows that when you go home and you say, oh, that dumbass nigger, he doesn't want to work, he's lazy, he's just like with the man, or look at the news, he's stealing something again, he's breaking the laws again. I hate these black people. Oh, hey, how are you doing, man? I mean, I love you. You coming to the cookout? Most High was watching you. You see how quick, like, you got to understand, when we protested, it was different. Why was it different? Because we are the Most High's chosen people. We were not part of Psalms 83. So he would, he had to kind of like, he would let us kind of build up before he went to the National Guard and he went to these extremes, right? With you, other nations, you Latinos mostly who were out here voting or were out here protesting, he was quick, fast, in a hurry to call the National Guard. Like, kind of like that shit was planned, right? Why is that? Why is that? Oh, maybe that's because you're part of Psalms 83 and you already signed up for this. See, the white man, Edomites, people in charge are like, hey, there's only one rule. That rule is I can change the rules whenever I want to. That's how he rolls. Anytime he wants to change the rules, he can do it. And that applies to all of you. All of Psalms 83, you are under his control. So he can do whatever he wants to you. You can go and cry and complain about it, but he's still going to do whatever the hell he wants to do. You don't have an angel or angels. You don't have the Holy Spirit to constrain Esau. You don't have that. We do. He knows he can only go so far because we have the true power behind us. You guys do not have that. That's why you were all going to his churches and you guys were all doing pretty much everything that he said for you to do. So this is the difference between you and I. He can't do whatever. When there's 70 shepherds, go read Enoch if you haven't read it. 70 shepherds. Okay? That parable. And we were given over to the 70 shepherds, but the Most High said, only kill the ones that I tell you can kill. Right? That shows you that there was a restraint put on the Gentiles. He broke that restraint, and the Most High said to the angels, watch them, keep count, because all of the ones that they kill that I told them not to kill, they're going to have to pay for. They're going to have to pay for. That is what's been happening. That is why, we've gone through things, but now they're going to have to pay. You guys made a covenant with the devil, and you guys were killing our people too. And now you are going to have to pay for what you did to our people. The amount of people that you were racist to, of ours, you're going to have to pay for that. The amount that you killed that you weren't supposed to, you're going to have to pay for that. The ones that you wronged that you shouldn't have been, you're going to have to pay for that. You thought that Esau was going to be able to cover you. That's what you were hoping white Jesus was going to do. White Jesus will cover for my sins that I've done to these Israelites. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. So I'm going to play a little bit of this video. It's on TikTok.
You're running us over, you're shooting us, all because of the color. You're running us over, you're shooting us, all because of the color of our skin. All because we have culture, we brought it here, and we are who we are, and we love it here, and we help people here. That's what we're known for. We help people, and yet we're getting terrorized. We're going through this. Our families are our babies are literally being ripped from our hands. If someone could please tell me if there's something we can do if there's something we could do to help our people. Please just imagine yourself in our situation. Imagine your people are being terrorized. They're being ran over. If you literally cannot have empathy for someone, I don't know what to tell you. You're an evil-ass human being, and you need help, and you need God. You have no heart, and hell, there's a special place in hell for you. Karma is real, and God will take care of them. This is so heartbreaking. I don't know what we can do to help. I feel so helpless.
So again, everything you just said, you guys are guilty of. You see what I'm saying? Like, we're being hunted down because of the color of our skin. Yeah, that was us, and you helped. They're ripping they're ripping kids away and destroying families. Yep. You guys did that too. We help people. That's what we do. That's what we're known for. That's what we did for hundreds and hundreds of years. And and you guys were all being racist towards us. You see what I'm saying? Like, oh, there's a special place. If you can't have empathy, there's a special place in hell for you. Did you have empathy for us? Did you have empathy when you came over here and got benefits that you did not deserve? Or instead of having empathy, did you had contempt and you were racist towards us? You see what I'm saying? Like this is a situation that, look, you have no one to complain or to be upset about in the situation except yourselves, because this is what your ancestors agreed to. Like I get it, a lot of you young people, but see, look, a lot of you young people were the ones that were want to use the N-word all the time. Want to use the N-word for this, the N-word for that. You guys want to be racist towards so-called black people. You see what I'm saying? This is the situation that your ancestors put you in, made you think that you don't need to have any empathy for us. This is what you should have been doing, was having empathy. Yeah, it's funny, you guys are talking about getting Taco out. You're talking about getting Trump out. You guys just voted him in. You guys were the ones who voted him in. I didn't vote at all. But I do know that the vast majority of the so-called Negroes voted for the other candidate. You guys, the vast majority of you guys voted for Taco, as you want to call him. You guys voted for Trump. It's got to be very difficult to ask for help from the people that you disrespected and have been. And had Trump only gone after a couple of the so-called immigrants, you guys would be happy with that. You guys would be happy with what's going on. But now that it's affecting you, now there's a problem. Like I said, when it was the government coming after us, y'all had no empathy. You guys did not care. And you guys made sure that, you sided with the Edomites. So now you have no one to complain to except your own people. And your own people are not just the Latinos. It's also your people are the white people. Your people are the East Indian people. Your people are the so-called fake Native Americans. Why are they your people? Because you guys are all part of Psalms 83. If you don't know that, go back to the other videos. You'll see it. You guys are all part of Psalms 83. You're all white because you've all got an opportunity to move up in this society. You've had upward mobility. It's not about white skin. It's about people who have been able to enjoy the dainties of this society. And you fought for that. Now that opportunity to move up is done. Have you guys not seen all the videos about can't pay for this, can't pay for that, can't find a job, this situation, that situation, the United States and the tariffs and this, it's all over. It's letting you know that you're not going to be able to move up in this world anymore because you are not at the top anymore. You are at the bottom. And the only thing you have to look for is going this direction, because that is it. Unless you've been cleaving to the Most High's chosen people. I don't have to know who did. The Most High already has a testimony on everyone. He has a testimony on everyone. Exactly. White privilege is over. They are feeling it, but don't want to admit it. You guys keep saying, like, if you don't have compassion, I don't know who you guys are expecting compassion from. Psalms 83 has never had compassion on us. Why would you expect compassion from someone who's never exhibited compassion? The colonizers never showed compassion. And you sat there and watched it happen to us, and you had no compassion towards our people. How is that? How could you expect compassion when you never gave compassion? That is what the whole, parable about the sheep and the goats. You never showed compassion. Go read it. You did not show compassion, so therefore you do not get compassion. Right, D'Angelo Evans, 400 plus years of zero compassion. So like you said, there's a special place in hell for someone who's watching these things and has no compassion. So you guys thought that the Most High said, hey, you don't got to pay for the sins of your father. What you're seeing going on with you today is because it has a direct connection with what your ancestors did to us. See, you guys keep saying it doesn't matter what happened in the past. Well, that's funny, because some of the same thing, all the things you're experiencing today were things that your ancestors watched happen to my people. Right? I've never owned a slave. Same old thing. Well, that's okay. Your ancestors did. So you guys can keep on. No one's playing a race card. It's called history, Jason. Again, it's called history. Silver tsunami, Jason. Silver tsunami. You didn't have a slave, but you guys somehow have $100 trillion to pass down to your children. How is that possible, Jason, if history has nothing to do with anything? Why are we giving money to Israel when we had nothing to do with the Holocaust? Why are you getting money from our country when we never did anything to you to this day? A country that didn't, most of the people there are not Holocaust survivors, but they're getting money every day from this country. You see that? Look up the Ryan James, the Silver Tsunami, and you'll see that your ancestors that are alive today, your parents, grandparents, stole all this money from our people, and they're trying to pass that down today. Stuff with, FHA loans, not allowing us to get loans, all those things that your country has done and kept for themselves, thinking that it's okay for them to pass that money down, that stolen money down to their kids. And your kids have no compassion for our people who had all of these lands and these opportunities stolen away from us. Thank you guys for taking care of the chat. I see all of these people are being hidden left and right. But you see, this is what you guys do. I don't have to pay. We don't have to pay. You're right. That's why you're paying though, huh? All the stuff that the old girl was just crying about was stuff that we suffered for 500 years. So why are you suffering that then? If you don't have to pay for it, why are you suffering it right now? Why are you beginning to suffer it? You didn't do anything to, be for these guys to be prejudiced against your skin. Your skin is the same color as theirs. So it must be something else. They're ripping families apart. Wow, that's funny, because that's exactly what happened to our people, but it's happened to you, but you guys want to pay for your sins though, huh? The sins of your fathers, huh? Let me play a little bit more of her video. I'm gonna go back to the beginning. So again, these talking about your. Hold on.
You're shooting.
Talking about how they have a culture. You don't have a culture. The culture you have was given to you by the Spaniards. You have Spanish last names, and Catholicism. and you pray to white Jesus, and you love white supremacy. That is everything that is your culture. What other culture do you have besides that? You don't acknowledge who the original people of Mexico are, the so-called Negroes. They didn't do that until 2025, barely. So again, people running into Mexico in 1800s were not treated fairly. So please stop it with the "we helped you guys in 1800s, you need to help us today" bullshit. So it's not because of the color of your skin, and it's not because of your culture. You help people. Yeah, you help because you were the new slaves. That's it. But now they have no need for you because they don't own the lands anymore. That is why ultimately they're getting rid of you, or they're treating you like this, because the colonizers that you have lifted up don't control the lands anymore. And now the Most High and our Mother, the Holy Spirit, telling them to vacate the lands.
You're running us over, you're shooting us, all because of the color of our skin. All because we have culture, we brought it here, and we are who we are, and we love it here, and we help people here. That's what we're known for. We help people, and yet we're getting terrorized. We're going through this. Our families are our babies are literally being ripped from our hands. If someone could please tell me if there's something we can do if there's something we could do to help our people, please just imagine yourself in our situation. Imagine your people are being terrorized. They're being ran over. If you literally cannot have empathy for someone, I don't know what to tell you. You're an evil ass human being, and you need help, and you need God. You have no heart, and hell, there's a spell.
No, if you terrorized, you guys, this is terrorized for you guys. This is being terrorized. Were we not terrorized by the KKK? See, we were going through all this stuff, and we fought to get equal treatment, and then that treatment was given to you, which you did not earn. You did not fight for. You see what I'm saying? Like, listen to all the stuff you're talking about, we went through for hundreds of years. We were finally supposed to have gotten reparations for that, and then they gave it to you. And then you came over here, got those reparations, and have been racist to our people. And now you're saying there's a certain place, a special place in hell for people that do this. So again, you should be very careful with what you say, because that is damning you.
Special place in hell for you. Karma is real, and God will take care of them. This is so heartbreaking.
Karma is real. This is what you're seeing. This is karma. You act like, again, everything started in 2025. This is the karma that your ancestors set up for you. This is the karma that your ancestors set up for you. By being racist towards us, they screwed you over. By making a covenant with Esau and the colonizers, this is what they set up for you. Exactly what we had to go through. We were paying for the sins of our ancestors. Now you are doing the same. And it doesn't feel good. But no one is even telling you that. Your own pastors and priests aren't telling you this. That's genius, because not all black people are the same. But see, that's what y'all want to believe. The Moors were selling black people into what? Because black people sold other black people because they were Hamites. And they were also self-hating Israelites. And there's all different types of black people. But again, that's what they want to say. Typical BS. Like, hey, look, this is a prime example of white people doing shit to other so-called white people. It happens. Because these people fought to be white. So yeah, they let you guys be white, but now other white people are now singling you out and kicking you out. So again, same thing. She's considered white. Her forefathers fought for her to be considered white. Now, white people are rounding them up and kicking them out of here. So it's like white on white crime. So let me continue.
I don't know what we could do to help. I feel so helpless. I just want to help with something. I just want this to end. I just want there to be peace like there was peace. I just want that. That's all I want for us.
And that was a very important part. I want them to be peace. There was peace before. I want peace again. This is what you've been praying for to white Jesus since 2020. You want peace. You want peace, but look, when the peace you want was peace for Psalms 83 and the so-called Negroes to be at the bottom and going through hell. That is the peace that you were praying for, because there was never peace for us. There was never peace for the Negroes. So see, when you're saying these things, you're condemning yourself. You're showing that you didn't care if we were going through a bunch of crap, so long as you did not have to go through it. Because peace for you means hell for us. But see, peace for us now means hell for you. This is exactly what she's crying for, is exactly what we manifested on January the 10th.
So heartbreaking.
Yes.
I don't know what we could do to help. I feel so helpless. I just want to help with something. I just want this to end. I just want there to be peace like there was peace. I just want that. That's all I want for us.
So she's praying for this to end, and she's praying for peace. There is no peace. You had peace until 2020. The last year of your peace was 2019. And that's exactly it. Peace for who are you talking about? Because that peace that you are crying for is what you go to church for. If you're scared, go to church. Go look up 2019. That's when everything switched. And now, like I said, why don't y'all pray into Jesus? That's what I wanted. I haven't seen any of the people who are protesting and they're running around with Mexican flags and everything else. Where are your priests to come out and tell you to calm down, to tell you to just follow the laws? Where are your pastors and priests to tell you to just, comply, conform? That's what they guys would come out to tell us. Why aren't they doing that for you guys? And exactly, Michael, this is exactly what happens when you make a deal with the devil. Just like I made the video showing you guys again about the history, about the 1502, and them, pretty much telling you that, hey, these Negroes are chattel. They're not people. We can do whatever the hell we want to with them, to them, and whatever. And all you guys sat around and just conformed. And you went along with it. And the devil is collecting, right? Earth angel, the devil is collecting. The contract is up. And that's exactly it, Dennis. They don't believe anymore. Too much truth is coming out. So I'm saying, you guys must not believe in white Jesus, because I don't hear any of you guys hey, just go pray to white Jesus. Ask him to make things, you know, peaceful again for you. Yes, our ancestors did pray for this, soulfully sowing seeds. Imagine the terror that they went through 1492 when the conquistadors showed up on our shores. It never stopped. These are the descendants of those foreigners and aliens. Exactly. I just don't, like I said, I don't understand how none of you guys are praying. None of you guys are praying whatsoever for, you know, you guys to be delivered. For why I'm praying to be the head. You're praying to be the head. When you're praying for peace without payment, you're praying to continue to be on the head because you guys were the head. You guys are praying to be the head. I'm praying to be the head. Where's your power? Where's your God now? Because as you can easily see, mine is raising me up. Mine is raising my people up. Yours is doing nothing to raise you up. So now you're seeing that you have no power, right? None of their leaders are saying anything. They come out, they make a speech, and then that's about it. The mayor of LA made a speech. Governor Newsom made a speech. But did you see ICE stop doing what they're doing? Nope. You saw how they activated 2,000 troops. They're there. They can be there 30, 60 days, whatever. Have they gone home? Nope. These ICE raids are moving all over the country. Has anything changed for you guys? Nope. You guys just get words, which is exactly what we got. We got a bunch of words all the time from the other nations. Oh yeah, man, after George Floyd, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna make some new laws. Da 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 da. Oh, okay. And did anything change? Nope. Just a bunch of words. Shut the door in Maxine Waters' face, right? Broken promises. Now the promises will be broken with you. That is what is going on now. And that's exactly it, Loria. They got too used to us always putting others' needs ahead of ourselves. And we don't do that anymore. Trolls are big mad, right, Miss Ebby? I see that. And how you guys get what's going to change? Nothing's going to change. Yes, they don't understand the switch, but they're about to. You guys have been praying to your God. We have been praying to our power. Now you're seeing the switch. They're definitely crashing out. Big time. But you guys, this is prophecy right now that you guys are seeing. You other nations that are here, that are losing your minds. You guys are losing it, ain't you? Hosea 1 and 10. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, Ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, Ye are the sons of the living power. That is what you're seeing now. We are praying to our power to lift us back up, and you are seeing us not be a people that you've hated and despised, and now you're seeing us being raised back up, and you will be saying, these are the children of the Most High. It won't take long. Romans 11 and 25. Romans 11:25. For I would not, brethren, that ye should be ignorant of this mystery, lest ye should be wise in your own conceits, that blindness in part is happened to Israel. We were blind. You were on top. Blindness had happened to Israel, right? Until the fullness of the Gentiles be come in. Why aren't your pastors telling you when the fullness of the Gentiles is going to come in? Why don't you why don't you guys go ahead and figure out when the fullness of the Gentiles is supposed to come in? It's already came in. And this is why now the switch is here. Because the fullness of the Gentiles is now. (26) And so all Israel shall be saved, as it is written, there shall come out of Zion the deliverer, and shall turn away ungodliness from Jacob. Ungodliness from Jacob. Cleaning up Jacob. Our mother is cleaning up her children. She has been cleaning up her children for today. Where's your leaders? Where's your churches? Where are your priests? That's a great one right there, Willie. 1 Corinthians 3:19, for the wisdom of this world is foolishness with the Most High. For it is written, he taketh the wise in their own craftiness. Exactly. So see, as we put these things out, this just proves our point. Where's George Lopez? 1 Peter 2:10. See, where are your pastors and priests? Actually bringing this out. Oh, this is the church. This is the church family. Yeah, okay. I don't know about you guys. You guys looking awfully quiet. Why don't you guys go out there and console the people, the protesters? Why aren't you guys out there fighting for them? 1 Peter 2:10. Which in time past, actually let's go to 9. But ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, an holy nation, a peculiar people, that ye should show forth the praises of him who hath called you out of the darkness into his marvelous light. We have been called out of the darkness into this marvelous light. Which in time past were not a people. Yes, you guys all hated us, right? Right? We're not a people. Okay? Which had not obtained mercy, but now have obtained mercy. We have obtained mercy. Where's Joel Osteen? Where's Fat Joe? Where are all these people? And they can't come back over here because the Most High already has a testimony against them. They're not coming back around. Isaiah 42:22. That you got to put all this out there. Got to put it all out there. All this truth. 42, because this is why it's important for us to be out here making videos and talking on these subjects, because no one else will. 42:22. But this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses. They are for a prey, and none delivereth. Okay? Nobody delivered us. So now you guys are crying about what's going on with you, but when you had the opportunity to deliver us or try to help us, you did not. And none delivereth for a spoil, and none saith restore. So this is why you're crying now, because you and your ancestors, they had their whole lives, multiple generations, to tell you the truth, and they didn't. They had all this time to do the right thing, and they didn't. And now at the end, you want to play dumb. Why are they doing this to us? Because you did it to us first. We were first to go through all of this. And now you are beginning, just in the beginning stages of this. And you're already crying and complaining, want to go back to Egypt. You want to go back to all that. I'm gonna play it again.
You're running us over, you're shooting us, all because of the color of our skin. All because we have culture, we brought it here, and we are who we are, and we love it here, and we help people here. That's what we're known for. We help.
You're known for helping the white man hate the Negroes. That is what you're known for to the Most High. You see what I'm saying? Like, we're here to help. Who have you helped? You've helped this society keep the Negroes, the Israelites, down. This is what happens when you don't admit your history.
People, and yet we're getting terrorized. We're going through this. Our families are our babies are literally being ripped from our hands. If someone could please tell me if there's something we can do to help our people, please just imagine.
I'm going to tell you something you can do. Okay? You can talk to your parents. You can talk to your grandparents and ask, have we been racist to the black people? Why were we racist to the black people? Why did we not acknowledge their plight? What did we get out of being racist to these people? Why did we think that we were never going to have to pay? I mean, she's young, all right? You can ask your grandparents, did you really think that we were never going to have to be held accountable for what we did to these people? Like, this is Jeremiah. Look it up. The Gentiles are here. Look it up. Jeremiah 16 and 19. All of the Gentiles come to the Most High and say, our fathers, not us, our fathers have inherited lies. They took lies and passed them down from generation to generation and made you think that you were never going to have to pay. But you are the one that's now bearing the brunt of this payment. You are the one bearing the brunt of this payment.
Yourself in our situation. Imagine your people are being terrorized. They're being ran over.
We didn't have to imagine that because that happened to our people first. You see what I'm saying? This is the mindset. You think that this didn't happen to us, or that it didn't happen to any other people, and that it's only happening to you. But it's been happening to us for thousands of years. Right? That pendulum swings both ways. And you're acting like you seeing it now is the only time that this has happened.
You literally cannot have empathy for someone. I don't know what to tell you. You're an evil ass human being, and you need help and you need God. You have no heart.
Okay, again, empathy. Do you guys where has your empathy been for us and our plight? When we wanted to join with you, you were racist as hell with us. And you're like, screw you, I'm going with the white man. Hell no, I'm not going with you black people. You're lazy, you don't want to work hard, you're a bunch of criminals. I'm going with the white man and white Jesus. This is the ultimate FAFO to Psalms 83. This is the ultimate. You effed around and found out who we really are. And I don't know why y'all ain't just talking to white Jesus.
And hell, there's a special place in hell for you. Karma is real and God will take care of them. This is so heartbreaking.
Karma is real and God will take care of them. Yes, that is why this is happening. Karma is real and the Most High is taking care of all of those who were part of, the 70 shepherds prophecy and have been doing dirt to our people this whole time. Yes, karma is real. The angels have been keeping track of what your forefathers have done. And now you are here to pay the bill.
I don't know what we could do to help. I feel so helpless. I just want to help with something. I just want this to end. I just want there to be peace like there was. There was peace. I just want that. That's all I want for us.
I want this to end. It hasn't even begun. It hasn't even begun. It's barely 100 days. Barely 100 days. And you guys want this to end. I thought you did another one. Hold on.
How can you lack so much compassion? What if your mom, your dad, was immediately just taken from you as a white person, as a black person, as anyone? How can you just accept that? This is not, fuck, bro. This is so unreal, and how can people just lack compassion? How? Why can't you just imagine yourself just waking up one day with your family not there anymore? So LA businesses are getting raided by ICE, or some people that are wearing stuff that says ICE on it with their faces all covered up. People are getting ran over. Shots are being literally fired, literally. And this is supposed to be life right now. We're not gonna get treated like humans because they don't see us like humans. They lack compassion. How can you lack compassion? How? I understand that you're trying to get criminals out. Why are you going to workplaces where people are just trying to work? That doesn't make sense. How can you lack so much compassion?
Okay, so it says we are Native Americans. We've always been here, and we were never immigrants. It says at the bottom. I was like, yeah, this shit is hurting my heart. I feel so helpless. I don't know what to do. And I'm like, yeah, bro, no, you're not the Native Americans again. So that's not gonna fly anymore. But again, why are we saying black and white people? Like, white people did not go through this. They always love to just lump people in. White people did not go through having people showing up and destroying families and taking kids, taking fathers. White people did not. But see, again, this shows you that you don't want to actually talk about the people who are doing this shit to you. You want to just lump us all in. This is white people doing this to other so-called white people, because you already did it previously to the so-called Negroes. You see what I'm saying? Let me start that first part again.
What if your mom, your dad, was immediately just taken from you as a white person, as a black person, as anyone? How can you just accept that? This is not.
So why are we why are we saying a white person or a black person? How can you accept that? This has nothing to do with us because we already went through it. You watched these things happen to our people, and you didn't say a damn thing about it. You had no compassion. So the people you're saying that don't have compassion are you. You have a track record of having no compassion. Right? This is vassal on blassal crime. Exactly. Right? You're trying to include us when it's like, why would we have compassion? Because you were being so racist against us when we complained about what was happening to us. I mean, you have hundreds of years, centuries of examples of us wanting help and not getting it, which means your moms, grandparents, great-grandparents had no compassion towards us. And this is just the beginning. You're already beaten because you already know. You already know. And the Most High's already showing you in your spirit. You already know that you are defeated. You already know you can't go against the white man because you already know you made a covenant with him. You already know that you made a covenant with these people, and you're not going to be able to go against the covenant. Spirit is broken already with this young woman, and it hasn't even been, it's been a little bit over 100 days. Like I said, I can get into scripture for hours. I said, but again, where are your priests to prove me wrong? I'm standing on business right here. Where are your pastors to prove me wrong? Oh, you're hateful. Oh, you're just preaching hate. How am I preaching hate? I'm preaching facts, bruh. I don't hate anybody. I don't got time for be wasting my energy hating people. I'm barely scratching the surface. I'm providing the information that your pastors and priests won't give you. Right? Like I said, I'm providing the information and understanding, the light that your pastors and your priests refuse to give you. Right? Tell the head, she's not getting a lot of sleep. Nightmares are kicking in. Very true. Right? Where are your priests? That's what I want to know, because this is your greatest time of need. You vassals. This is your greatest time of need. And there's no one that you have been praying towards, praying with, praying to, giving money to, supporting, that is here to help you. I haven't heard anything from the new Pope. How is it you got a brand new Pope and the world is falling apart around these parishioners, all these people who've been supporting the Catholic Church, and your new Pope has nothing to say to you? Right, Princess? Old girl is reeling in disbelief. She can't believe it because you have been told a lie. You were told that you didn't have to pay for anything. You were told that you can nigger me up and down the street, call me nigger this, nigger that, da 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 da, and you were never gonna have to pay. You can show no compassion for me whatsoever and my people whatsoever, and you were never gonna have to pay. Now you're barely starting to begin the transition of moving from here to here, and you're already losing faith. I'm sorry, not losing. You've lost faith. She's already beaten, and she's already beaten and downtrodden, because now they're realizing that there's no hope. There is no white Jesus coming to save you. They've been telling you you're going to be getting raptured up, raptured away from here. You weren't going to have to pay for anything, and now look at what's going on. All right, he's supposed to be the vicar of Christ, and oh boy, won't even come on TV to even say a damn word about what's going on right now. Right, advanced system. I'm not talking about. I'm not here laughing at you. I'm not here doing any of that. I said, because look, I have Latino friends. I said, some of them have been down, have been listening and whatever else, and follow me on this. I said, and the Most High is going to take care of them. Like, it's not up to me. My wife is Latina. I said, she went through so much crap for all her life to be with me. So she was put in my life to go through all of these ups and downs with me while I was, learning everything else, going through my health scares and everything else. I said, because the Most High put us together, right? So again, I don't have hate towards anybody. I don't have time for that, okay? I don't hate, because if you've been down with us, it's a Rahab moment. This is when Rahab helped the Israelites when they were at the lowest point. Then she, helped the Israelites, and she was blessed. She saved herself and her whole family, right, by actually helping the Israelites. And that's how it works with you Gentiles. When you help the Israelites, you get blessed. Like, this is not just going after the ones who have been against us. This is now talking about the ones that have also been blessing us. A lot of you guys are going to realize that you blessed us, and you didn't even realize that you got a blessing for helping us. This is the opportunity for you guys to get right. You already see what happens when you made a covenant with the so-called white man. You already see what happens now when you make a covenant with the colonizers. You see how he loves you, right? You see how he treats the people that are with him. You see that, right? You guys all see how he treats you, right? I said, so if the Most High is calling you to actually start cleaving to the Israelites, that is what's all that. Those are the things that they don't talk to you about in the Bible. They're not talking to you about how you can get blessed, how you can support the true people. Now, hey, you now have the opportunity to hear the truth. You're not going to hear the truth from your pastors or your priests. As you can see, they have no truth to give you. They're just quiet, and they still expect you guys to drop to 10% though. I see so many trolls, right? The trolls are tripping today, right? It's vexing their spirits. They can't. There's nothing they can do about this truth anymore, right? So, like I said, Rahab got blessed by supporting the Israelites. She knew who the Most High's people were. She realized who the Most High's people are. She realized that they were, a blessed people, and she wanted to be connected with the Israelites. She didn't come trying to tell, she didn't come trying to tell the Israelites this or that. She just like, hey, if I help you, can you bless me? Can you protect me? Can you protect my family? And that was what she got. And she got blessed. Now you other nations, you're having an opportunity to hear this truth, and now you're having, hey, you want to know how you can get some type of mercy? Is you better be starting to take care of the Israelites, starting to bless the true people of the Most High. And that's it. And it's only the ones the Most High is going to call at this point. Most of you guys have made your bed. Now you're just going to lie in it, and it is what it is. So many. This chat is going crazy over here. So there's like over 1,300 people here. All praises to the Most High. Oh, here comes Free Palestine again. Here comes here come the so-called Ishmaelites now. Like we care about the Ishmaelites. We don't care about anybody but our power and our people. That is it. Yep, the trolls. Just make sure we just send our discontent to the Most High for the trolls and the ones who support these trolls. Trolls are wilding out today, huh? They got nothing to say about the information. They're just gonna go and just tripping and talking. That's all that they have. Says our power is awesome. So thank you, Most High, for connecting us again with you, with the Holy Spirit, connecting us back to our angels, our helpers. Thank you for hearing the prayers of our ancestors. Thank you for, making us the manifestation of the prayers of our ancestors. Thank you so much for making us the head once again. Thank you for, fulfilling your covenant and your promises to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Thank you, trolls, for fulfilling your purpose here as well. So it just proves that what we're saying is the truth, and what we're saying is killing them. Just these words going out here into the ether is killing these people. So I want to say thank you again, except to the Most High, for everything. Thank you to the Holy Spirit. She is the one that is like a mother who's come home and prepared her children for this day right now. As you can see, the other nations are already losing it. Look, this is just the beginning, and there is not going to be any reprieve. There's not going to be any breaks. It is only going to get worse. We are seeing, the fulfillment of this manifestation with Pluto. We are seeing Pluto and Aquarius and all things coming out. This is why, yes, it's definitely that radiation. Yep, the sun is working to pretty much transform our DNA, but it's also working to, it's working against these other nations as well. This is prophecy fulfilled, and we are the only ones that are going to be bringing out these prophecies and for the fulfillment and the understanding. The other nations are not going to do that. The other nations are not going to do that. And just understand, you guys have 1,000 years, double, coming. So 300 days is not even a blip right now. I'm sorry, 100 days is not even a blip on the screen right now. This is the switch that we have been praying for. Much love, family. Shalom.